So, good morning once again to all the students after a week's break after the periodic tests. Now we are back again and we are starting our new chapter, cash book. After this journal, which is the book of original entry, because transactions from the source document are recorded in the books of account, the first book of account, and that is journal. We record all the transactions from different source documents. We record all the transactions of all types, right? Of all types, be it cash transaction, be it a credit transaction, be it of sales, be it of purchase, sales return, purchase return, banking transactions, all type of transactions are recorded in the books of account, that is journal book, without any distinction, means irrespective of what nature they belong to. What is their nature? We don't distinguish them. We record all the transactions in the journal book. Now, if there are lot of transactions daily in a business organization, you can just imagine how bulky the book of journal will become. How bulky? Bulky means heavy, and it will have lots and lots of transactions. It will not be very easy to retrieve means get back to those transactions very easily manually. So when the business organization has lot of transactions per day, then that particular book, journal book, is subdivided into subsidiary books. Subsidiary books means help books. Subsidiary books means books. They are also books of original entry, because in those books also transactions are recorded from the source documents. But the specialty of these books is that in each book a particular type of transaction is recorded. Transactions of similar nature are recorded in a particular book. There are different subsidiary books. There are different subsidiary books. I will give the example. One is cash book. First of all those subsidiary books is cash book. Then there is purchase book. There is sales book. There is purchase return book. There is sales return book. Also, there is a book of. So when we make these books separately, we make cash book to record only the cash transactions, in which cash is either received or cash is either paid. In purchase book, we record only credit purchase. If the goods are purchased on credit, if an asset is purchased on credit, the goods are purchased on credit, then it is recorded in the purchase book. If goods are sold on credit, not on cash, they are recorded in sales book. Similarly, purchase return book, when goods are returned to our supplier. Similarly, sales return, when goods are returned back to us. So these books, they contain special type of transactions. Special in the sense, these books contain transactions which are of similar nature. These books, all these books credit transactions, purchase book and sales book for credit transactions, purchase return, sales return. When the goods are returned to our supplier, we record it in purchase return book. When goods are returned back from our purchaser to us, we record it in the sales return. Similarly, all the books are maintained, and all these books are known as subsidiary books. Subsidiary books, help books, they are known as subsidiary books. Books prepared other than the book of journal so as to record similar type of transactions at one place. Once again, I repeat, similar type of transactions. The transactions should be of one nature, similar nature. That is, in cash book, we will record only those transactions which are in terms of cash. Either cash is received or cash is paid. Receipts and payments are recorded, only cash. In purchase book, we record only those transactions in which goods are purchased on credit. Similarly, in sales book, we will record those transactions in which goods are sold on credit, not on cash. In purchase return and sales return, I told you, when goods are returned either by us or by our debtors, then the book of journal, all those transactions which cannot be recorded in these books will be recorded in the book of journal, right? In that book, we can record all type of transactions, be it a cash transaction, be it a credit transaction related to bank.
Manish sir.
Mister?
Hello.
Yes, sister.
Just to check that Varun Saxena. Just check
Yes.
him. Varun Saxena.
Yes, sister. He's there. He is in my class.
He's there, but yeah, he's in your class. But just to check what he's doing.
Varun.
When I looked at him, he just put off.
Cameras should be on all the time as it is told to you.
And he put off the camera.
Camera should not be off any single second. For a single second also, you will not touch your camera. It is again and again repeatedly I have told you. Once you sit in the class, you should be away from the camera. Hands should be free. They should be using the pen, pencil, copy, book, not for touching the camera. Only when I take your name, then only you are allowed to unmute yourself. Or if you have some doubt, you will raise your hand. I will call your name, then only you are allowed. I have been telling you again and again, whenever you are out of screen, I will remove you from the class. And once you are removed from the class, you cannot join again that day. Okay? And the class is getting recorded, you know very well. Okay? Class is getting recorded. So your each and every activity, each and every movement you make gets recorded. It gets recorded. Prince, Devang and Vansika, be online all the time. It should not be now repeated. I don't want any sort of disturbance. And simultaneously, please click the picture, Jasanjeet, whenever you get time. Whenever the board is getting filled, you can click. And immediately after the class, you send me. So, my dear students, these are the different books. And now, in this chapter and the next chapter, we will study these books. Cash book in this particular chapter, and in the next chapter, other subsidiary books where we will read purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return, and book of original entry journal again. So these are the 5 different types of books you have to study in the next coming chapter, 2 chapters, 11 and 12, very important chapters. And after that, we have 3 more chapters. We have 15 chapters for the half yearly. 15 chapters for the half yearly. If you do not take the chapters seriously, the syllabus seriously, it will be very tough for you, very, very tough. So be very, very regular and always keep noting. Just don't sit idle. अपनी जो है उसको notes maintain करते रहिए. Also, you see that whatever is explained in the book on the board is also you have copied somewhere. So the cash book, when we maintain cash book, now what are the advantages of maintaining all these type of books? Because when we maintain different types of books, it is called orderly arrangement. Orderly arrangement. You see, even if you have a shelf in your home, you will keep the books in different shelves. That in the first shelf, I will keep only accounts books. In the second shelf, business. In the third shelf, some story books. When you have kept different types of books in different shelves, it becomes very easy to take out. You want account book? Oh, it is in the first shelf. Now suppose in the one almirah you have kept all type of books. In one single almirah, which is the book of journal, you have kept all the types of books. Then what will happen? If you want some book, you have to see, go through all the books. You have to go through each and everything. You have to go through each and everything. It becomes very difficult, tiring, time consuming. Whereas if you have separate book for separate different type of transactions of similar nature in one type of book, it will be very, very easy to know more about those transactions, detailed information you will have. Also, it will be very easy to recollect anytime you can retrieve the information. That is why these books are maintained. Separate books are maintained for separate type of transactions. But all those transactions should be of similar nature. Like in cash book, we will not record any credit transactions. So if a credit transaction is to be recorded, it will be either in purchase book or in sales book. So today I will tell you the format of cash book and types of cash book. Okay, I will tell you the format of cash book and types of cash book. Other things you can go through, and if there is any problem, doubt, you can ask. Like what are the advantages of cash book? I have told you all types of subsidiary books. When we maintain, we get easy access. Posting becomes easy, right? And we can focus. We can also retrieve information anytime very easily. Anytime very, very easily. Whenever you make any format, draw it and then half it. उसको तुरंत क्या कर दीजिए? Half. Then you make first the debit side and go to the credit side. Debit side. Number one is date. Number 2 is receipts, particular column in which we will write receipts. Receipts mean cash received, receipts. Then there is voucher number, there is ledger folio, and there is amount. You see, on the debit side of cash book, this is cash book. This is the format of cash book. And this is single column cash book. Single. Everybody will make it. Single column cash book. All of you will make it in your notebook. This single column cash book I will explain you today, and then you will solve the numericals. This is only the left hand side and this is only the debit side. Debit side आपके पास पैसे आएंगे कहीं से. On the debit side you will record the cash received from different sources. You will record here. आप डेट लिखेंगे कौन सी तारीख को ट्रांजैक्शन हुई है. यहां पर लिखेंगे कि ट्रांजैक्शन आपके पास जो पैसे हैं वो कहां से आए हैं, क्यों आए हैं, किसने दिए हैं. राइट. You will record on this side with the word to, and here with the word by. इसको साथ साथ बनाते जाइए. तो ये दोनों साइड जो है देखिए आप सेम है. जो चीज उधर लिखी है डेट, यहां पर लिखा है रिसिप्ट, लेकिन यहां पर लिखा है पेमेंट, क्योंकि यहां पर जो पैसे आप पे करेंगे, फर्म जो पैसे पे करेगी वो अमाउंट आएगा. फिर लेजर फोलियो एंड वाउचर नंबर. वाउचर नंबर मतलब जो ये सोर्स डॉक्यूमेंट था उसका कोई वाउचर आपने बनाया होगा, दैट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड वाउचर नंबर. एंड लेजर फोलियो, ये वाली ट्रांजैक्शन लेजर में कौन से पेज में पोस्टेड है, दैट पेज नंबर विल बी रिकॉर्डेड. सो on the debit side of cash book we will record all the transactions जहां पर cash is received. अब cash receive होगा either from some person or parties. cash receive होगा either when you will sell, when you will do sale, यानी कि आप सब सामान बेचेंगे, sell, when you will sell the goods, or it will be received to you as income like commission received, interest received, dividend received, right? Money received from our debtor, Mr. Ramesh. तो आप लिखेंगे यहां पर to Ramesh, यहां पर लिखेंगे amount. These columns, ledger folio and voucher number, these columns will remain empty, but you have to make it, right? They will remain empty, but you have to make it because this is the format. This is the format. फिर क्या होता है इस साइड में, whatever amount is received, हम उसका टोटल कर लेते हैं यहां पर. The total is 1 लाख रुपीस. फिर जो हमने पैसे पेमेंट की होती है उसका टोटल कर लेते हैं यहां पर. सपोज द अमाउंट इज 80,000 रुपीस. 1 लाख रुपीस हमें रिसीव हुए, 80,000 रुपीज उसमें से हमने क्या कर दिए, खर्च कर दिए, कितने बचे 20,000। सो जब हम कैश बुक बनाएंगे तो हमें बैलेंस से ये पता चलेगा हाउ मच कैश वी हैव इन आवर हैंड, हाउ मच कैश वी हैव in the office, and the balance of this cash will tell us that what are the, कहां से आए बैलेंस इन हैंड, बैलेंस इन हैंड आया आपका रिसिप्ट माइनस पेमेंट, रिसिप्ट माइनस पेमेंट, ऑल दीज रिसिप्ट्स, उसमें से आपके पेमेंट्स माइनस करेंगे एंड यू विल गेट व्हाट यू हैव, amount remaining in the office, amount remaining in the office, that is called cash in hand, cash remaining in hand after all the payments are made. आपको यहाँ पर एग्जांपल लिख देते हैं, जैसे आपने मान लीजिए कोई सैलरी पे की है, आपने रेंट पे किया है, आपने जो है वेजेस पे किए हैं, आपने इंटरेस्ट दिया है, आपने मिस्टर रजत को आपने कोई पेमेंट करी है, बाय परचेज आपने कोई सामान खरीदा, गुड्स खरीदे कैश में, उधार में नहीं, कैश में। तो ये मैंने आपको एग्जांपल लिखे कि आपने ये पेमेंट करी है और आपको कहां कहां से पैसे मिले, सेल्स, व्हेन वी सेल गुड्स, इंटरेस्ट, कहीं से हमें इंटरेस्ट मिला है, कमीशन, और ये जो पहला वाला हमने लिखा है यहाँ पर टू बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन, ये हमारे पास पिछले महीने का बैलेंस है 50,000 रुपए, पिछले महीने 50,000 रुपए कैश हमारे पास बच गए थे, तो इस महीने की स्टार्टिंग में वो 50,000 रुपए हमारे पास है, फिर हमारे पास और पैसे आए, इन सबको जोड़ के एज आई टोल्ड यू, सपोज हमारे पास हो गए टोटल 1 लाख, वैसे इधर 1 2 3 4 5 6 ये सारी पेमेंट करी तो टोटल पेमेंट हो गई 80,000, ये हो गई आपकी टोटल पेमेंट्स, टोटल पेमेंट्स हो गई आपकी 80,000 और टोटल रिसिप्ट्स हमारे पास सपोज थे टोटल 1 लाख रुपीस, तो 1 लाख में से 80,000 माइनस हो गए, बाकी बचे आपके 20, बाय बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन, बाय बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन, कैरिड डाउन का मतलब कैरिड टू द नेक्स्ट मंथ, ये हमारा क्या है, बैलेंस है, जो इस समय इस महीने हमारे पास कैश अमाउंट क्या है बचा हुआ है, दैट बैलेंस, इट इज नोन एज द अमाउंट Jason, please take the pic of it. Jasanjeet.
Sir, done.
Okay. So this is a format. This is only a format. We will have questions related to it, and mind it, this is single column cash book. Single column cash book. There are different types: single column, double column, triple column, and petty cash book. There are 4 types, and this is the simplest one. single column cash book in which cash received and cash paid is recorded. Only cash transactions are recorded. Mind it, my dear students, only cash transactions are recorded. There are some transactions which are not recorded. Jara note कीजिए, depreciation is not recorded. Note down, depreciation is not recorded. Depreciation is not recorded. Outstanding expenses are not recorded. Accrued income is not recorded.
So what?
Outstanding expenses are not recorded. Depreciation is not recorded. And accrued income, income earned but not received. So when cash is not received, we will not record in the cash book. Outstanding expenses we have not paid. Outstanding means not paid. So when you have not paid, you will not record it. Similarly, depreciation is a non-cash expense. It is also not recorded. Even if it is given in your, even if it is given in the question, you will not record it. And दूसरी बात तो अपने आप ही क्लियर हो गई, credit transactions are not recorded. Transactions are not recorded. Jasanjeet, once again, take. Credit transactions are also not recorded.
Sir, taken.
Okay. So this is all for today. Very quickly, we have to keep pace, okay? Because I want to revise also the previous things. So we have to first complete our syllabus. In this month, I want to finish this chapter, 11th, 12th and 13th chapter, 3 chapters. And they are very simple chapters. If you do them properly, sincerely, seriously, it will be very easy for you. Okay? No need of doing any question today. Just you can revise whatever is taught. You can go through the format. You should know what things are to be recorded on debit side, what things are to be recorded on the credit side, what are the items which will not be recorded. This is also very important. What are the items which will not be recorded on any side? This is also very, very important. I hope you have understood what is cash book, why it is prepared, what is its format, what are the advantages, receipt side, payment side, and how do we calculate the balance. For calculating the balance, first you total this side, left hand side, कि कितने पैसे हमारे पास आए हैं, रिसिप्ट, उसका टोटल नीचे लिख दीजिए. Then total credit side, total payment 80,000. फिर 1 लाख में से 80,000 माइनस करिए, the balance 20,000 will be answer, will be the answer. और हमेशा इस साइड पे टोटल ज्यादा आएगा बेटा. Always the total of debit side will be more. Credit side total will always be less because you cannot spend more than what you have. आपके पास जितने पैसे होंगे वही तो खर्च करेंगे, उससे ज्यादा कैसे खर्च कर देंगे. So whatever is in hand, receipt side, out of that only you can spend. So debit side total will always be more. तो एक लाइन नोट कर लीजिए, कैश बुक always shows debit balance. Note down, cash book always show debit balance. Debit balance मतलब उसकी डेबिट साइड हमेशा ज्यादा होगी. कैश बुक्स डेबिट साइड will always be more than the credit side of cash book. So we will always have a debit balance. We will always have a plus balance. Plus balance. 20,000 rupees आपके पास प्लस में, right? You have excess. Receipts over payment. Receipts ज्यादा है, payment कम. That is why 20,000 rupees बच गए. अब ये जो 20,000 rupees है, अगले महीने जब हम कैश बुक बनाएंगे तो सबसे पहले यहां पर लिखेंगे टू बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन 20,000. नेक्स्ट मंथ की जो कैश बुक बनेगी उसमें 20,000 rupees will be the first entry there. कि वो पिछले महीने का क्या है बैलेंस. टू बैलेंस वहां पर हो जाएगा वो ब्रॉट डाउन. यहां पर है कैरिड डाउन. कैरिड डाउन मतलब कैरिड फॉरवर्ड टू द नेक्स्ट मंथ. And brought down means brought from the previous month to this month. So this is all for today. Be regular. Try to update your work very soon. In this month the notebooks will be checked, so keep your work updated. जो चाहे हमारे घर में लाके भी कॉपी चेक करवा सकते हैं. अदरवाइज आफ्टर 20th आपको टाइम दिया जाएगा एक दिन. उस दिन सबको स्कूल में जाके कॉपी जमा करनी होगी और 2-3 दिन के बाद आप स्कूल से खुद कॉपी लेके चले जाएंगे. या फिर दूसरा तरीका है, यू कैन सबमिट मीन्स यू कैन टेक टाइम फ्रॉम मी, कम टू माय होम एंड गेट इट चेक्ड. जो आपको सुटेबल लगे यू कैन डू दैट, और यू कैन सबमिट इन द स्कूल ऑल्सो. और स्कूल से फिर आप उसको कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं आफ्टर 2-3 days. दैट टाइम आई विल टेल यू इन द कमिंग फ्यूचर. सो प्लीज take care of yourself, complete your work, be regular, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.